I am happy to welcome Stacy Lynn Harris back to the show. She is a speaker, host of The Sporting Chef. She's a mother of 7 children, a fellow hunter, and the author of great cookbooks like her latest, which I think is terrific, called Love Language of the South. She's also an attorney. Add that to all the list. But today, to keep us warm in the winter, she's going to show us how she makes venison chili. Please give a big welcome to Stacy Lynn Harris. Welcome. Good to have you back.
To be here. So excited. And I need to see what your secret is. I've already tasted yours. You haven't tasted mine. But
yes,
you had the recipe. Did you look it up when you were making your recipe?
I did not.
Oh.
No, I did not cheat, because I've been making mine the same way for probably 25, 30, maybe 40 years at least.
Okay.
Did it work?
Well, yeah, it's working.
Okay.
Okay. It had turned off. I was like, what's happening here? Okay, so first I start with bacon. Do you have bacon in yours?
No, I've never put bacon in chili, but I guess it would be great because bacon makes everything better.
Really, really, really good.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it helps the meat to brown.
Okay.
So I've got a little bit of meat to show you, and I like 2 sizes of meat in my chili.
Okay.
So I cut it about 1/2 inch big.
Right.
And then I just put it down in there, and I like to make sure that it's separated in here so that it will brown and not steam. And so I just put that right down in there and let it go. Okay, so I can't wait until you taste this chili and see what you think of the difference.
I know I'll like it. There's no doubt about it.
Well, venison is great. It was one of Roosevelt's favorite things, and he would not eat it without, and it's Teddy Roosevelt, he would not eat it without venison in it. He absolutely would not. Yeah.
See, I love venison, and especially in chili because it's so lean, so healthy, totally organic. There's no fat in venison. So for those snobs who say, ew, I don't eat venison.
Oh, it is the best. If you haven't had it, you're really, really, really missing out.
I agree.
So, yes. Okay. So we did venison steaks last time. Did you ever go try that?
You know, I have made venison steaks. I've tried a little bit of your recipe. I usually chicken fry the venison steaks that I make.
Oh, yeah. So delicious.
Go full Southern on that, you know.
Yes. Yes, but you can change that into piccata. You can do all kinds of stuff.
It's really good. So people who turn up their noses at venison, I tell people I hunt, but I don't hunt for the wall. I hunt for the freezer.
Yeah.
So what all are you putting in the bowl here?
So this is onions and garlic and red peppers or jalapeno peppers. I've got red and green because, you know, Christmas is coming up.
Sure.
And,
get a little color in there.
them both. Yep. So I'm going to let that saute. While that is sauteing, I'm going to put a little bit more oil in it because my heat is kind of high here. I'm going to turn it down. I want to tell you one of the secrets to this recipe. So I am going to put tomatoes down in here. And so these are just cut tomatoes with a little bit. Will you
fresh
stir
tomatoes
that for
or
me?
canned tomatoes?
Fresh tomatoes are best, but you can use canned. They have some really good canned tomatoes. This is chipotle pepper. Now, Scott, my husband, smokes these jalapeno peppers, and when you smoke them, it changes them to chipotle. And I'm putting 3 big ones in here.
Keith can't even pronounce chipotle.
Yeah, and it's in adobo sauce. I'm putting 4 because we want it extra spicy. Okay, so, all right, here we go. Here we go. So I don't like big chunks of tomatoes in mine, do you?
No, I like it more sauce.
So, me too. So this is part of the sauce. And now, I'm going to do that in a minute.
Okay.
So now I'm going to pour in the meat. So can you get that one and pour in?
Yes, I can.
And this one will pour in. And then I noticed that your chili did not have beans, did it?
No self-respecting Arkansas boy would put beans in his chili.
No. They are delicious. I think that they
It's a separate meal, Stacy Lynn.
No.
You want beans? Eat beans. You want chili? Eat chili. That's the way this works.
Hardcore bean eater. So, yeah, you have to, you're going to see. You're going to see. I think I'm going to change your mind.
I doubt it.
Okay. All right. So then,
I'm too old to be changing my mind now.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we could change it.
All right.
So I do put a little brown sugar in mine. Do you have any in yours?
Do not use sugar.
Okay. So I've got cumin.
And what was this?
Cumin, and this is oregano, and it's dried. And then I had chili powder. So I'm just going to mix that in there really good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I am going to pour in
Tomatoes.
Yes, but it's not just tomatoes, because those, I'm serious, those adobe chilies really make a difference. And then to me, the different textures of the meat, they make a difference too. So
yeah, that's an interesting thing, the different texture of the meat.
Yeah, and I think it really gives a whole, just that extra texture. It just really, really, to me, spices things up, makes it better. And then all of this gives it a depth of flavor. Now I'm going to put in the broth.
And what kind of broth?
And this is beef broth.
Beef?
It's beef broth. But you could make venison broth, but I've never really loved it. I don't, the bones, like I don't really cook my venison with the bones in, do you?
No, I do not.
Now, the next interesting thing about this recipe, and I want you to try this, really I do.
Oh, I'm going
to.
Sure.
Okay, so I am going to ladle a little bit of this. Just the liquid, and you would wait until it starts boiling, and it's not boiling, but I just, for the sake of time, I want to just show you. And I do this at the last minute, and before I serve it, but it's still good.
What is in the bowl?
Okay, so this is cornmeal. So it's kind of like a prepared cornmeal already. And so I just stir that in.
To thicken it up.
To thicken it up. And then as it, continues to cook on low for like 4 hours, this would only be in there for about 30 minutes. It will, it'll thicken it up and it'll give it a really good earthy taste. It's really, really, really delicious. So I want you to try this.
Is this
We've already made up, some that had been stewing, and I think it's all ready for you, and let me see what you think.
It's very good.
Well, I appreciate that.
It's
I
very
thought
good.
Yours was very, very good. I actually thought it tasted to me a lot like mine, and so of course I loved it, and it was delicious. So yeah.
Other than you buttering it up with the beans, that's the only thing I just don't get.
No, beans are awesome, and I like to change up the beans too. I like the beans to be like the kidney beans and then the small navy beans. I like to really, just really mix it up. The texture's great when you mix it up like that. So
I really like it, and I tell you, I like the different kinds of meat. That's something I haven't done before. Hey, visit Huckabee.tv, as I have a mouthful of chili. You can get links to Stacy Lynn Harris's website and her great cookbook called Love Language of the South.